have in this series?
I'm going to have to go with my boys in Northeastern just because of the legacy that these guys have, but I'm definitely not counting out Lynx here, as they have definitely surprised us the last time they played against JMU.
Game number 1, Northeastern taking on CGM. Let's get in.
And the big thing going to be how quickly Edouard Montpetit get themselves up and running, as Northeastern do come in off of a win just a few minutes ago. And man with the plan will be Kromski to start it off. He was all over the pitch yesterday. Offense, defense didn't matter, but Lynx on the board in game 1.
The Husky defense in disarray here, and Edouard Montpetit able to just capitalize on the play. You said it, Achilles. Kromski seems to be a monster for the Lynx here, as he's able to put that one away, and they're up by 1.
When Kromski clicks, the rest of this team comes alive. Being able to get that goal in the first 30 seconds of game number 1 bodes really well for CGM's chance to take this series.
And already some early dribbles, already trying to utilize the space Northeastern allowing out of the midfield. Mercurial quick to shut it down. Eno with a little bit of real estate in the corner. One hop and denied by Kromski. Floms to follow through, but this is going to have to be the Huskies giving up a little bit of space as they try and reset, as they did double commit a little bit. Quality challenge, back wall, and again, well defended. More double commits, though, from the Huskies. They both let it go, and Mercurial is in damage control mode. Kromski just needs one in the left corner, and it will find it. Capitalization to a T. Perfect placement, nets him 2.
And it was tough from the angle that we're seeing, but I think Floms and Eno called each other off, and they both go down, and so no one goes for the ball. That's a free ball downfield for Kromski again, and he's able to put it away in the first minute and 5 seconds, and Montpetit up by 2.
Something Jorby pointed out in the last series is that there was next to no double commits on the side of Northeastern. The moment they make one here in game number 1, CGM ready to pounce on it. We were talking about how they just deconstruct teams. That could be the avenue.
They were talking about the comms in just that pregame interview. It's what they really wanted to focus on and make sure stayed well in order. And currently seeming to do just that. Shalayan, a great challenge as well, keeping pressure on. Opportunity for Euro Darkness. Floms just able to get it up and off the back wall. Eno to clear, but currently Northeastern in game 1 not able to benefit as much as you'd like, coming in hot. And an easy clear for Hero Darkness here. Shot for Floms to the middle of the net. Pinched all the way back to the other side, and Eno will be able to get it out to the back corner.
Now Edouard Montpetit able to put another attack on, and with a 2-goal lead now, don't have to force anything, but for Northeastern, it's about finding possession in that final third, something they did so well against Pennsylvania in the last game that they struggled so far in the first half of this one.
Oh, big miss from Kromski. Shalayan to do a little bit of cleanup work and get things going back the other way. Pass to the middle, Kromski with a tough touch, and Floms just takes it away off the hood. Nasty hop, free ball for Eno. Pass upfield to Mercurial, waiting on the sidewall. Wants a second tap, can't quite get it. Eno there to support, and just a little too slow. Kromski punted back upfield, and here come Edouard Montpetit off the post and out. Floms recovers out of the corner.
That's a little bit of a dangerous clear there by Floms. He put it directly back into the net, but I think cut by Eno, but it doesn't go in off the post. Looking for the follow-up. There's 2 up for the Huskies as Floms can't put it on target, and inaccuracy strikes again for Northeastern as they can't put that one away.
2 straight misses for the Lynx will allow Northeastern to reset in the midfield and try and keep the pressure going. Euro Darkness on a solid dribble. And just a nice backflip touch from Mercurial to get the ball to go a little higher. Shalayan over into the midfield and back into the neutral game. Currently the Huskies figuring out how they want to get this started back the other way. Eno, quality challenge. Top of the box, Hero Darkness buys some time. But still, defense. Edouard Montpetit, stingy, stingy, stingy. Don't even think we've had a real quality scoring opportunity yet, as Kromski has another one, and Eno is just able to edge it out to the side.
That defense is looking scary for the Huskies right now, as it seems like the first man, once he gets beat, not able to follow it up, and a wide open net for Edouard Montpetit to shoot on. They can't put it away.
Floms just had the net as well. And he would like to have that opportunity back. Shalayan to deny the boost in the midfield, and Eno not able to cleanly steal the ball away. Mercurial lets it roll down. He's got space to work with. Kicked into the middle. Kromski actually loses the challenge. He let one of his teammates take it. They got the bump as well and kicked wide. Floms to follow up into the left post. Second chances come through. The lead's now 1 for Edouard Montpetit.
A great touch there by Mercurial, but just a little bit sharp on the touch there. Floms has to come and clean it up, but the Huskies finally put one on the board, and Edouard Montpetit have their lead cut in half.
There was a lot of mid-game shenanigans for both of these teams. You had to feel like sooner or later a goal was going to go in. Finally, someone finds the back of the net.
Flom's almost able to find one off the kickoff. Eno to support, and towards the right side, Shalion will kick it out to the top of the box. Mercurial, I think, missed the boost in the midfield. So it will mean the follow-up a little bit too slow for the Huskies, and now Kromsky not able to get a piece of it. But a free ball for Shalion, and Eno didn't have boost, still got the challenge, pass to the top of the box, and again, Kromsky coming in, making a big stop for Edouard Montpetit in the middle of the box. And that was really what he was being so successful at yesterday, was just great stop after great stop. And he continues to do that here on day 2 of the Eastern Conference.
And now for the Lynx, they're just trying to find that extra goal, or at least waste time in the last 20 seconds. They've got Northeastern kind of locked into their own half. Eno finally finds the ball out, but this is their last chance. 10 seconds left for Northeastern. The ball going off their backboard. A little dangerous here as a big miss comes out from Kromsky. Mercurial's got 5 seconds to go the length of the field. That's going to help with the pinch. Flom's downfield, but he doesn't get the touch, and the clear away. Actually kept up by Kromsky. Hold on a second. Floms can't put it away either, but Northeastern might have an opportunity here still in 0-second time. It finally touches the ground, and Lynx Esports takes game number 1.
And a nice touch out of the corner to get that one down, but there were a few chances. I wasn't sure Eno was going to even have a chance to catch that ball.
Kromsky kept it up.
Kromsky made that one real interesting. We almost had overtime to talk about.
The power to win you the game and the power to lose it.
Kromsky definitely is a difference maker for this team, though. We saw him play aggressively on both sides of the ball yesterday, and I'm not at all surprised to see that trend continue here today. One of the things I would like to see out of Northeastern is them to return to some of that physical play. We never really saw a meaningful demo, a serious bump. Stay away from the double commits, get back to that physical play. They could jump back into the series.
Well, it was sort of the same problem yesterday that JMU ran into. It was really the struggling to get that ball out of the corner. It was where they struggled to really start beating Edouard Montpetit, because it's quality challenge after quality challenge for these guys. While Northeastern are holding plenty of offensive presence, they're not able to get any clean scoring opportunities. There were few and far between in game 1.
CGM enjoying a game 1 lead in this best of 5. Can they hang on? Northeastern hopes not.
And we'll see if they can start it off with game number 1 with a couple of interesting touches from the Lynx as it's kicked off the back wall. Here's a great opportunity to start things off on the right foot, and it will be Floms delivering into the right-hand side. Northeastern just inside of a minute, or 30 seconds, excuse me, find the net.
And like you said, a much better start here for the Huskies as they have Montpetit have 2 players on their goal line, and a little late on the challenge lets Floms come in and put a shot away. Northeastern up by 1 in the first 15 seconds.
Just a rare instance where CGM looked a bit discombobulated. Hero Darkness hanging out in the net. That's going to be a nice opportunity for Northeastern to establish a foothold and momentum.
Chance for Floms again. It bounces right off the back wall, over the head of a defender, and into the middle of the net. Make it 2-0.
And you can see what happens when the Huskies start putting shots on target. Floms in particular now 2 to his name in here in game number 2, putting them away from defenders, and the Huskies now have a 2-goal lead.
Anytime we've seen a team just kind of play passively on defense and see where the shot's going to go, allow the offensive team to make a play, more often than not it turns into a goal. CGM, they have to find a getaway to be offensive.
Mercurial out to Eno. Quality pass, but the execution on the shot not quite there. Floms with a good steal coming back the other way. Pass to the top of the box for Mercurial. Off the back wall for Eno. Here he comes into the middle. Shalion's there. Floms wants the top left corner. Perfect placement. 3-0. Huskies rolling.
It looks like the Season 1 Northeastern here with the pressure off the backboard and cleaning up the clears too. A weak one there from Shalion and Floms. Beautiful placement on the shot, almost unsavable at that point from the positioning from Edouard Montpetit, and now 3 goals in the first minute for the Huskies.
Whenever you see 2 sets of wheels on the ground on defense, Northeastern's like, green light, we're going in. This is some very aggressive play. I want them to get physical. They're doing exactly that.
Mercurial's got them all beat. Back wall. Is Eno there? Or it was actually Floms coming in. And Mercurial once more into the middle. They wanted the demo. Eno just flips a little bit early, I think, and couldn't quite get behind that ball to force it back the other way. And here's a chance for Edouard Montpetit back the other way. Make it a couple of touches for Kromsky. Wanted his own number off the back. Just couldn't muscle it through that wall.
And that's the man to make the plays here for Edouard Montpetit, the playmaker, and a big miss as he has another save, though, on the back wall. Floms trying to keep this one in for the Huskies as they attempt their 4th goal here. Floms, a delayed shot comes out, met by Kromsky, and Edouard Montpetit find themselves out.
So a lot of early setbacks here for the Lynx as they try and figure out how to just break out of their own half. The dribble game not being able to get started even, the ball staying very high in the air, and also it has helped considerably that Northeastern, Mercurial in particular, has been, you know, a little bit of a speedy boy getting right in their face and not letting them get to a lot of these challenges. And still, Northeastern, they double commit right here. Give an opportunity to Hero Darkness. Didn't really have the boost to finish the job. Couple of demos in the middle. It will be Mercurial to bail out the Huskies, but not the cleanest defensive stance, but they get out.
Yeah, whiff after whiff for the Huskies. That's a big demo. Kromsky can't get back. It's Eno who has another long shot to his name. Puts that one away. Now 4 goals for the Huskies.
And Hero Darkness just on the rotate back. Couldn't exactly cut that ball as hard as he wanted. Just skimmed off the side and right into the middle. The slow rotation from Edouard Montpetit, they are already having to try and force something back the other way just because 3 goals in 2.5 minutes is a lot to ask, but unfortunately another one goes against him.
And I've heard, you know, competitive players, collegiate players, anyone really in a series, game number 1 is really figuring out your opponent. You can't take the results too seriously here, and you can see Northeastern definitely making changes here in game number 2. It's a different story now for the Huskies. With 5 goals to the name and 5 seconds before halftime, they are rolling through Edouard Montpetit right now.
There are 2 things happening right now. Northeastern's warming up and CGM's starting to cool down. It just seems like they're not able to find themselves in defense. They can't even begin to find a transition because more often than not, they're just getting smothered. They need to find a way to get back into this series.
And the communication as well definitely took a big step up for Northeastern. There were a couple times they tried to stay out of each other's way in game number 1, right? We remember that double commit where they called each other off and it was a free transition goal for the Lynx. This game, they've only had, you know, 1 double commit that wasn't exactly the prettiest, but overall, the offense has been going, and everyone's been in the right place. Solid timing. There hasn't been any hesitation from Northeastern in this game number 2, and that, to me, is the biggest difference so far. But a chance for Shalion, almost able to get there. Couldn't find the double touch off the back wall, but Kromsky to try and continue the attack. It's a free ball for Flom's, not the cleanest catch. Hero Darkness wanted the dunk, and he thought Mercurial was going to cut it in a little bit harder. So he went for the read, and just Mercurial wisely out to space. Kept it away from the attacker and buys a few more seconds here, but Lynx still pushing.
Yeah, and a couple demos opens up a little bit of space,
Whoa,
and the fake comes out on Mercurial, and then Montpetit finally get their first goal in game number 2.
They absolutely got him here. The slow bouncer, Mercurial is thinking, I got to use the wall, save a little boost, but he also clipped the lip a little bit, took himself off.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed there, too, is clipping that lip might have thrown him off just a little bit, and that second defender coming through as well. Fake kickoff comes out from Northeastern, maybe not, as we see Flom's not moving. Kromsky, though, trying to play this one off his back wall. Northeastern still have the pressure right now. Shilian trying to play this one out, dunked away by Eno. And with a minute left, looking for the Lynx to maybe pull a comeback.
There indeed does go Floms, and a nice dribble, but stopped. Northeastern will not have to play this one out. We will pause and see if we can get him back in. So what is currently 1:08 on the clock, and 5-1.
5-1.
5-1. So pretty good start for game number 2 for Northeastern. And really, I talked about it a little bit earlier. It really does come down to the offense is clicking. There's no hesitation. Everyone's in the right place at the right time. They're not even really having to go and steal boost, it doesn't feel like, because they're just living off those midfield in their own half.
And it's a funny thing, too, because there are mistakes coming out from the Huskies. We're seeing a few double commits coming out, calling each other off like we've already mentioned. Yeah. But when you're hitting so many shots and when you're scoring so many goals, you can afford to make a couple mistakes here and there. Of course, you don't want to,
right,
but you give yourself that, at least the cushion to give up a couple goals on some mistakes. So for the Huskies, that's really been a benefit for them throughout the entire CRL that we've seen them, is they really do like to score, especially with Floms. He's a great goal scorer, and we've seen that already. So for Northeastern, these are the types of games that they feel the most comfortable in.
When you have 5 goals, you got an orthopedic cushion.
Yeah,
that's how much you're
That's a quality
able to
cushion.
just casually look forward to the next game. I just want to see CGM find their identity over the course of this series. They just haven't been able to dribble. They haven't been able to be really quick in transition. I don't know if it's just Northeastern challenging them or if they just need to get back on the same page and get some of that communication going. But we've seen them play better than this.
They definitely will have to get their feet back under them here. Maybe that couple seconds of pause will give them a few moments to figure out what they want to do to finish out game number 2 and look ahead into game number 3. But the big thing really has just been the speed of the challenging from Northeastern. They've started winning a lot of them. Floms is up first to this one, wants one towards the left side, and Shalion kicked out to the side.
Yeah, and so for the biggest thing for Edouard Montpetit right now, it's
just
about
slow.
putting a lot, being slow, but being faster moving down the field. They're doing the transitions that we talk about, but they're really not executing at the speed that can throw off the Huskies or beat them. That one might find the back of the net as a big save comes out from Kromski, but the pressure's still on for the Huskies, and it's only a matter of fact now for for Northeastern with 20 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. So this actually happens in the midfield because there's two schools of thought. One, Mercurial cuts this off because it's a free ball, but however, Floms was expecting Mercurial to leave, and unfortunately, combine that with the challenge going horribly, horribly wrong, means nobody in position for Northeastern, make it 2-5.
Northeastern just has to be in a position where, like, okay, like goals like that are going to happen. Just an awkward pinch off the challenge. Why not? You hate to see it, but we're still up 3 points. We're still taking this game. We found the answers that we were looking for.
So, leisurely stroll for the Huskies to wind down. Maybe one for the road. Not quite. It will find the ground. So Northeastern do tie up the series. Convincing win in game number 2. They got off hot as well. Inside of a minute, it was already 3-0.
Yeah, so you can see the difference that we have here in this game for Northeastern. Big changes coming out from game number 1. Now I turn my focus to Lynx and say, okay, what changes do you need to make? What are you telling your teammates? You know, Hero Darkness talking about communication through his teammates. This is the time to have some communication and really talk about your problems here in this game, because Northeastern seemed to just smother the defense of the Lynx, and they just could not break out. And shot after shot came through, and they're just kind of watching it go through their net.
But what is good is you really didn't see any hiccups in rotation for Edouard Montpetit. They definitely didn't tie each other up. There weren't really hardly any double commits. It was literally just, do they have time to grab the boost? Not quite, because one of their teammates isn't winning one of those challenges. So the comms in-game are good. It's the speed at which it's being executed that needs to get up just a bit here for Game 3.
Let's see if CGM's going to be able to make the adjustments that they need. Game number 3 underway. Tie series.
There we go. They start off with a great challenge win, and Floms can only buy a few seconds here for his teammates to get back in order off the kickoff. And Hero Darkness to the middle, nobody home. And that just means somebody lost a boost, and they had to give up space. Mercurial into the middle. Eno's right there for it and pinged off the bar. They will escape. And the Lynx trying to transition back the other way.
Yeah, and for Northeastern, they respond back immediately. Now that's a shot actually saved away by Kromski. Maybe the save could have come out from the Huskies, but we'll never know. Still a tie game here as Northeastern trying to find a way out. Floms dunked away by Chilion. Maybe the first opening goal going towards the Lynx as that one goes off the back wall. Hero of the Darkness keeping this one alive. Kromski's got an open net, puts it away, and Montpetit on the board first.
It will be a great goal here. Kromski finally beats 2 people. And Mercurial just trying to close the gap and not allow him to get beat off a bounce into the middle or a pass to the middle. He had to make a risky play, didn't pay off. Double commit for Northeastern, capitalized.
Going into this game, I really want to see Hero Darkness and Chilion start to step things up and allow Kromski to make the plays that we just saw out of him. This is when they look their most dynamic. They're able to put it together, go up ahead in this game number 3.
And remember, this game could have started completely different, if he just got over the ball just a little bit more and not ricocheting off the bottom of the crossbar there. Northeastern would be in the lead at this point.
Kromski not able to beat Mercurial to that ball. Hero Darkness, however, pulls out Eno, and Floms has to make a tough challenge going back the other way. Through one in the midfield. Here's Chilion towards the net, and Eno punted out to the side. He's going to need some help to get this one forward. It's up the ceiling, and not the cleanest follow-up touch. Mercurial already on it. Pass to Floms. He's got a lot to work with. He will find it just under the crossbar. It's tied up.
And a great shot there from Floms, and Northeastern really putting together something special. Doesn't have the best touch there, but Mercurial, we've seen this a couple times where he just throws it off the wall there and pops it up at the top of the box, and he knows that his player in Floms is one of the fastest players here in the CRL. He's going to get up and put it away, and Northeastern do just that.
CGM's been getting their money's worth out of the crossbar.
Whoa! What? A big miss coming out from Hero Darkness as that was just bouncing, inviting itself into the Northeastern net, but in the end, can't convert.
Could be. Since it's off the kickoff, he might not have had the resources, and he was trying to manage the speed with the flip. And he just didn't have enough boost to really correct as required and just went right by it. But big missed opportunity one way or the other. This time he's beat clean to the ball, and Kromski has to bail him out. Here's Eno to punish off the back wall. Mercurial's going to circle. He's got it to beat to the left-hand side. And again, Mercurial, he is making some great reads on the ball.
And it's something that we've seen in all the conferences so far, is you got to keep your backboard clean. And those balls Northeastern are taking advantage of over and over, pinging the backboard, having that rotation come through, and shots finally do for Northeastern. Floms, especially with the accuracy, you cannot let these types of players have it again. Floms just doing so well to put this one away, and Northeastern up by 2 now.
And nobody cheats on the kickoff as Flams does. Kromski went for boost on the side, and that's just aggressive from Flams to go and get that ball, because you like to think you can let it come to you, but he knows he doesn't have the time to let that ball get square in the middle. He's got to go get it, angle the car, and get it towards the net to beat that man coming out of the corner. Well executed.
The threat of this series blowing wide open for Northeastern has been there. All it takes is some accuracy to go up, but Hero Darkness says, we're not done just yet. The hero we need, the hero CGM deserves, 3-2.
And everyone getting involved there. The dunk from Kromski, and then Chilion putting it off the back wall. The follow-up from Hero of the Darkness, and more importantly, the putting the shot back post away from the defenders for Edouard Montpetit, and finally put one away, and they're within one.
And they do keep it close. This time they cheat up on the kickoff, and they have a second opportunity. Mercurial slightly delaying the challenge a little bit to get that ball behind the last man. Free ball, double commit. Maybe they wanted the pinch, but either way, not quite exactly what Northeastern were looking for. A bounce to the top of the box, and Flams definitely had to let that one go. A slight misread on where he thought that ball was going. Poor clear, though, from the links. Pass to the middle, and Enos just skims past the ball. Can't find the wide open net.
He's had a rough go here in game 3. Many opportunities are relying on him to put it on target. The passes are coming through for the Huskies. He just can't put it there, but the positioning for Northeastern, and Eno in particular, he's got the right idea with 2 minutes left, trying to pad that lead.
Mercurial beating Kromski to the ball. Another chance for Eno. This one will go crossbar, and help is right. Make it 4-2 Huskies.
It would have been another miss for Eno, but gets a little bit of help there from Chilion as it goes off the crossbar and off the back of his car. And in it goes for Eno, finally finding the back of the net. 4-2 now in favor of Northeastern.
It just feels like Northeastern is playing a faster version of Rocket League right now. CGM struggling to keep up. I saw an instance where Hero was like, oh, I need to go get boost a little bit late in midfield. You got to make those decisions faster against a team like Northeastern.
Well, here's Hero Darkness now, maybe to himself off the back wall. If he has the boost, Mercurial helps him out, and I asked Flams if he was going to score any own goals, and he said the bar set at 0. This might be one.
And Mercurial gets the second touch off the back wall, and I think it's actually
Eno. All right,
Eno who puts it away.
You're off the hook, Flams.
It's very important we get that right so that we can make fun of them in Northeastern. Score on their own goal there, but give credit to Montpetit. That one is tied. It's going to be tied up just like that. Northeastern give up 2 quick goals, and Edouard Montpetit fight back off the kickoff. It's something that's hurt the Huskies in the last 2 series we've seen, and now a tie game. Hero of the Darkness puts it away.
And Mercurial found himself in a tough spot off that kickoff. He went for the corner boost. They had to cheat up, but it just went so horribly wrong. It went Mercurial's way, but it was a fast pinch, and if he let it go and didn't try and make that aggressive challenge, then it was going to be a free chance either way, but he just missed the touch, and Kromski booms one from the corner of the box to the back post, and out of nowhere, the Lynx with a 1-goal lead in as many seconds, it feels like.
What a bullet shot from Kromski, looking for the back post there with speed, pace on the ball, 71 miles an hour, and he's been the playmaker here for the Lynx, and he's showing it again, showing up late here in game 3, and all of a sudden, Edouard Montpetit are in the lead.
2 things define CGM to me. Dribbling, we haven't seen that too much out of them, and a surge in the later end of a series. Where was this team a minute ago in game number 2? They are explosive right now.
Well, a lot of the success has definitely come off the kickoffs, as a minute 45, a minute 42, a minute 32. Those are the last 3 timestamps. Edouard Montpetit found the back of the net. Double commit here from Northeastern. Gotta hope that that quick swing in how the game has been playing out, as this one just goes harmlessly across the middle of the Northeastern net, hasn't tilted them, because they are definitely under a lot of pressure right now. And Eno, nice little lift back to the opposite corner of the pitch, as Edouard Montpetit put him in a headlock for about 15 or so seconds, but finally breaking out of the Huskies. Can they get something going here?
Big miss there from Chilion to try and push this one on, but now with 30 seconds left, Edouard Montpetit either looking for another goal, or I would hope a conservative effort for them here, as Northeastern have had
Kromski, you madman!
Saves, and Kromski is the man for the Lynx, putting away another goal for them. Now 6 in total for Edouard Montpetit here in game number 3, and 2 goals ahead of Northeastern. What a shot from him. Mercurial could just not get up in time, and Edouard Montpetit now up by 2 with 21 seconds left.
Forcing it all the way down the pitch. One of the wave dash got in Northeastern's way, said, Hero Darkness, get out of my way. I'm putting this one in the net. And we said he's the man with the plan, but he has to stop that one, and Eno was geared for the miss. And he's got to get this one out to Flams, and it just isn't going to happen for Northeastern as he will make another stop right on the goal line. And Edouard Montpetit, you want to talk about, it's not even stealing the game. They just beat Northeastern on a few kickoffs, and Kromsky whipped him for that insurance goal at 21 seconds, and that is a well-deserved comeback win for the Lynx.
Yeah, an explosive comeback for the Lynx, but you got to feel like for the Huskies, they kind of tossed this one out the door off the kickoff. It's something that we've really only seen one series and a couple games here now, and the kickoff has been the biggest concern that I've had. Every time Northeastern go off for a kickoff, their goal's wide open. You're going, how are you guys going to win a game when you throw a game like this? The Lynx have absolutely taken advantage, and they looked better in that game overall, not even off the kickoff. And Montpetit really turned it up, and especially in Kromsky.
The longer a series runs, it just seems to be the better CGM gets overall. That game was the Kromsky show. Like, his ability to just nail some shots off the sidewall, absolutely impressive. Northeastern just did not seem ready for it. Real curious to see if they're going to be able to tie things up and force out game number 5. They are seeing a whole different team right now out of Edouard Montpetit.
And the big thing for Northeastern is make sure the kickoff, if you can't win it, at least goes in a neutral fashion. Flams. A little fadeaway touch from the midfield line is turned aside by who else but Kromsky. Transition back for Hero Darkness, and Eno will steal it away into the corner. And here come the Huskies storming back the other way. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward one to deal with, and that's actually a lovely touch from Hero Darkness. Everyone expecting him to catch that on a dribble, go across the net. Just throws everybody for a loop, but a wide open net, and that will be turned in by Mercurial. One missed touch, and they are justly punished.
Yeah, you said it. A missed touch there from Hero Darkness, and Kromsky thought he had it, so he goes for boost instead to prepare to push up the field, but the big miss from Hero Darkness lets Mercurial come through, and the Huskies find the first goal.
One thing Flom said before this matchup is like, you know, we have a system, but we also have some plan Bs, some adjustments to make. After game number 3, I definitely think it was time to see that. Here it is, they go up 1.
And Eno really could have put the pressure on with a second goal right there off another kickoff. Flams dodging a demo. He's got Eno 2-on-1. I wanted to see if he went for the fake Lion. Lovely challenge angle he took on that ball. All it would have taken was a flip in either direction. He could have done anything, and he just read Flams like a book there on that defensive play.
So now Northeastern trying to keep the pressure on and go back to that comfortable play style that we've seen in the last few games. Not able to do it here as some misses come out from midfield, and Montpetit now on the attack.
Flams in a bit of a weird spot. Mercurial buys him a few precious moments to get his wheels back under him, and Hero Darkness tied up in the midfield. And Eno and I believe it's Mercurial tied each other up. Flams is racing back, has to get this read, and the Huskies escape disaster and a free equalizer. And again, a communication sometimes tying things up for the Huskies could come back to haunt them.
Now Flams not able to get that touch there, and for Montpetit, that's a great play actually from Hero Darkness, but immediately saved away from Eno. This ball going both sides very quickly here as the transition for both teams. Chilion trying to put this one out the back wall, and he flubs it,
and
the demo, but Flams puts it away to the corner, and Edouard Montpetit are not under immediate pressure, but as soon as I say it, Mercurial slams one home, and Northeastern are up by 2.
Yeah, I don't think Flams was expecting to actually get the demo there, so he just flipped to try and demo him, but he was already through the guy and then kicked the ball into the corner. Mercurial just fast on the read, able to get there first. And a nice turn in to make the lead 2, but gotta clean it up if you're Northeastern and hang on to this game 4.
I'll take shots I wish I got back for 800, Alex. You just know if CGM manages to lose this series, moments like that when the net is absolutely open and the opportunity's there, and you're not able to capitalize, Mercurial.
That's a great positioning coming out from Mercurial, and Flams doing a lot of the work, putting this one across, beating Hero Darkness, and then Chilion, you could see a little crept up a little bit too far there. Mercurial has done a great job of staying central on the play and just waiting for the ball to drop off the backboard into the box, and he's just been poaching it every single time, and that's the point, or that's a goal that definitely highlights it.
Edouard Montpetit, they need to somehow stabilize, recalibrate. It seems like they're frazzled right now. They just have to get back on the same page.
Well, Mercurial in command on a dribble. Kromsky steals that one off his hood, but the follow-up a little bit sluggish for Edouard Montpetit. And they really got to press right here as Flams has a free shot towards the net. An easy save, however, for Hero Darkness, but you need to see that coordinated offensive push, it kind of came out of nowhere for Edouard Montpetit post kickoff in game 3. Come back if you feel like they want to have a chance. It's that follow-up game that's been the biggest weakness, as this is a free chance for Mercurial. They tie up 2 people off another touch to the back wall, and Northeastern's been picking on it all series long.
Yeah, they forced the double commit, and again, who else but Mercurial just sitting in the box, waiting for it to come down centrally right in front of his face, and he's just got to throw it on target. Now a 4-goal lead opens up for Northeastern.
For a team that says communication is our strongest thing, you got to wonder if they're starting to get tilted with some of these gimme goals that are happening. We've seen them play better than this. Kromsky helps get them back into the game. Explosive offense, that's how you do it.
He's the man you want to be taking the shots for Edouard Montpetit, as Hero Darkness does a great job to push that ball on, and placement from Kromsky into the corner. Fantastic shot from him, and the comeback is on with 1 minute and 51 seconds for the Lynx.
Kickoff will seemingly go the way of Northeastern. A couple of bumps, though. And Eno just waits his turn and is willing to give up possession with a 3-goal lead, and it will become the boom the ball up the field and don't give anything away for free for the Huskies, as you imagine the end of this game should go. And it will just be Mercurial keeping pressure on as long as they can. And good communication there, because Mercurial has definitely been cutting rotation a couple times to stick with a few balls, and it's cost Northeastern a few goals throughout the series, so good to see that get ironed out, at least in that situation. And really that communication in those instances would be one of the biggest things for Northeastern to clean up going into game 5.
Yeah, and so now 1 minute left for Edouard Montpetit to make the comeback. Of course, down by 3 goals. Absolutely doable here, but they've got to score. Northeastern doing a great job of locking in. That one might slip in for Eno, and it does. Northeastern extend the lead to 4.
That will definitely be the end here. Kromsky not even making a bad play, just not able to get the car under it. Didn't have the boost to really stick with that ball. Could only tip it forward. And that's just Northeastern applying pressure and not letting them out for free if they've got the ability to do so, and that one happens to go into the back.
Northeastern, they're not letting up at all. They're like a three-point lead. No thanks. We're much better off at 4, if you don't mind.
And the last time they had this situation was pretty much game number 2, but they accomplished it maybe 2 minutes earlier. And it will be a slow, steady cruise to the end of the game here. And it will be Edouard Montpetit just trying to get a few strikes on offense going, as Flams will turn another one in, and it's really just picking on that back wall, still hammering away. As Kromsky, he tried, but Eno already advantage of position, has everything in front of him. Much easier play for him to make.
And you said it, and we'll keep saying it. For Edouard Montpetit, it's mostly about just keeping that back wall clean. You can't let these balls go off the back wall and bounce, especially centrally, because Mercurial and Eno in particular have been very good about being right on top of them. And of course, the shooting from Flams has come through for the Huskies here late in this series, but that's really the biggest thing I could say about the Lynx right now, is just finding a way to make sure that there's someone up to contest those balls coming off the back wall.
Eno wants one more for measure and will not find it, so the final 4 to tick down. Edouard Montpetit looking to improve the defense in game number 5. Northeastern looking to keep the rotations in order and stop the kickoff game as well. So we'll see what's in store for game 5, but the second game in this series, a convincing win for the Huskies.
CGM just needs to work on their consistency. As easy as they're able to find themselves, it seems like they can lose themselves just as quickly, and I definitely think that they lost their identity over the course of that game. They just were discombobulated on defense. One of the things that I'd really like to see out of them to advance their chances of moving forward, Kromsky, we've seen him be all over the ball on both sides, but what I would like to see is Hero Darkness or Chilean step forward, get a strong clear to allow him to get back to dribbling. It seems like he's spending a lot of his boost is trying to keep the ball on the other side of the field. Northeastern are all about shutting that down.
Well, that's exactly half the problem, because Curly, you both have 2 sides of the same point. It's like Curly's like, yo, the back wall's weak. You want the strong clears, and it all comes from that ability to defend the back wall. So Edouard Montpetit, if they're able to figure out how to stop that, game 5 could bode well. But in general, the offense been clicking for Northeastern the entire series, and sometimes Edouard Montpetit just can't handle it, but a double commit. Kromsky has a free one. You can't miss this, and that will be the Lynx on the board in game 5 to start it off.
Kromsky has a wide open goal to shoot from, and it's a double commit coming up for Northeastern. At least 2 players kind of getting sucked into the play on the wall, and he beats them both down the field, and with no boost, able to follow it up and put it away. That's how you start off a game 5.
It's got to be the Kromsky show. Give him a chance to make these plays, and things are going to start happening. CGM, a little bit of insurance to start this game off.
But it's also, that's the one thing I said I wanted Northeastern to fix. Those communication errors at the midfield line is really where it's come back to haunt them a few times, but they might have caught the Lynx a little bit too far forward here. If Floms can connect, he was so close. And Hero Darkness able to just kick it out to the side. And Eno to challenge Kromsky in the midfield. Mercurial so fast he will miss the read, though. Floms trusted him, and Kromsky will punish the Lynx up 2.
And again, a wide open net left here for Northeastern. You can see Mercurial going up, and Floms thought he had it, which is why he pushed past the ball. And as soon as he sees it, Edouard Montpetit cut it off and put it past Floms. And Northeastern left looking at an open net as the ball rolls in. Edouard Montpetit looking good here in game number 5 in the first minute.
CGM is leaving Northeastern's game plan to just keep the ball on the opposite side of the field and shreds. Kromsky again finds the answer, 3-0. They found themselves in game number 5.
Beautiful dribble. The fake, the little stutter step right before to force Floms to rotate back just buys him all the real estate at the top of the box. A lovely dribble.
And picking up that midfield boost, so crucial to make that play happen. A 3-goal lead opens up for Edouard Montpetit. What do the Huskies have to say in the next 4 minutes?
Gonna have to get something together here. And Kromsky right on top of it.
Is this gonna work?
It's gonna work in front of the net, and Kromsky will make it 4-0. Shalayan, Kromsky, nobody knows who's gonna hit the ball. Floms gets tied up with this weird one, and Eno's like, what do you mean they still have the ball?
I can't even blame Eno for that one because it was such a strange play with a player from Edouard Montpetit landing on top of the ball, and then all of a sudden it pops out towards Eno, and he's like, oh, I have to make the save now, and all of a sudden Kromsky beats him to the back of the net.
I've been so impressed with Kromsky's ability to dribble. I've never seen a player dribble a ball and a teammate on the way to the goal. Kromsky, I see you out here.
And
I also see you. Dude, they are running up the scoreboard right now.
And they are just relentless with the pressure. So you got to think about for the Huskies, what on earth is going on the defensive side of things, especially on the kickoffs. We're a minute and a half in, and there's 5 goals that have snuck into the back of the net.
It all started off at the 4-minute, 42-second mark with one double commit out of the midfield. And the kickoff game came back to haunt them exactly like game number 3, where it was just goal, 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 one right after the other for Edouard Montpetit. And Northeastern just crumbling. Floms has a chance to get one back. He will make a quality challenge, but it still kicks off the back wall. And Mercurial, Eno, and Floms gonna need to get something going quickly if they want to have a chance. 5 goals is no easy task, but all series long, Northeastern have always been able to find the back of the net with the exception of game number 1. So not all gloom and doom, but Edouard Montpetit, I mean, you're just cruising at this point.
Yeah, and for Northeastern, you kind of look at it and say, okay, we have a little bit of time here. If they can score 5 in a minute and a half, we can score 5 in about 3 minutes here. But you've really got to start the clock as soon as possible. You don't have a lot of time to mess around with it. Mercurial trying to make it happen here as a big save comes out from Kromsky, doing everything for Edouard Montpetit right now on both sides of the field. Flom still trying to keep the attack on for the Huskies. And Eno misses a big touch there.
Accuracy.
And the attack fizzles out for Northeastern.
It really has been a couple of opportunities throughout the series for Eno to put one into the back of the net. Just hasn't quite been able to find that touch. And here's Hero Darkness, a chance back the other way. Again, Mercurial and Eno. That communication between the both of them has been a bit of an issue all series long. They will get it out this time and actually finds its way down the pitch and into the net. Northeastern do get one.
And I was about to say, they really got to start the clock before the 2-minute mark here, and they finally do a good combination play. Pretty simple here for Northeastern, getting that extra power from the pass to Mercurial, and here we go. Can they make the comeback here and get 4 more goals in the next 2 minutes?
Northeastern hasn't had to score too many goals in transition just because they've been absolutely smothering on offense. Being able to do that might show CGM a way to punish that, but they can't give too much ground.
Kromsky putting a little bit of a wrench in the clear game from Mercurial. Free ball for Eno, but still actually able to get behind that ball plenty. He needs to put this one in the back, and it will be Shalayan up to Hero Darkness.
Open.
That was Mercurial stretching, trying to force things. If it went their way, too much trust will give another 5-goal lead to Edouard Montpetit.
And I guess Mercurial didn't realize how close Eno was to the play that he could go back up, or just didn't listen to the call that he was going to go, and he kept going. Mercurial kept moving forward with the play, and Eno was not going to win that challenge. You could see it from Mercurial's angle, and he kept going and let that ball go across to the back of his own net.
Sometimes pulling a goalie comes back to bite you. Let's see if, with 1:30, if Northeast is going to be able to make miracles happen.
Well, Mercurial has a free ball at the top of the box, wanted the left-hand side and overshot it. Eno wants a ceiling hit. He actually has a great angle, flips a little early. Flom's with the wheels, can't get it. Mercurial punches it in. 4-goal differential now, and I don't know if they can do it. I have more back wall problems.
I have to say, Eno has had some of the greatest shots to never go in a couple of these games here. He has been hitting some bangers, and he's been setting himself up. He just can't get that last touch to put it away. But Northeastern, if you give up your 6th goal and to respond immediately, you give yourself a little bit of life.
1 minute, 10 seconds left. Northeastern, is it too little, too late for this squad that is definitely known here in CRL? Bounces off the back wall. Goal 3 on the line. That's going to be another missed opportunity.
Mercurial to Floms, and he will fit it inside the post. They've cut the lead to 3, and indeed, the offense will come to life, but is it too little, too late?
The heroic comeback is being attempted here by the Huskies, but they've got 57 seconds left to do it. Down by 3 in a Game 5 situation in a single elimination tournament.
We've seen goals inside the space of 3 of a minute before, but in a pressure situation like this, we'll see.
Here's Flom, soft shot. Eno there trying to muscle in. He almost got it. Mercurial to keep the pressure going, but Kromsky, thorn in the side of the Huskies, just not willing to let him do anything for free. Bounced into the middle. Flom's trying to race Shalayan to it. Just a tad late. Mercurial keeping the pressure up. Pass to the top of the box. It's Hero Darkness and not Eno there, and that will waste precious moments. Also the lost challenge. You feel like that could be it. They needed to keep everything going their way, and Floms tries to get it going back.
20 seconds left, and it's looking bleak for Northeastern, and Montpetit just built such a huge lead that it is unsurmountable here, and Montpetit are going to take down Northeastern with 10 seconds left. They absolutely can't get it, and Floms, a last-ditch effort here with 3 seconds left, can't find the back of the net. That's all we're going to see from the Huskies, and Montpetit moving on in a thrilling series here in 5 games.
And the hero of Seed 11 in Edouard Montpetit, they take down JMU. They take down Seed 3 in Northeastern. What can't these guys do?
CGM are proving to be absolute closers. This is the 2nd time this week we've seen them make it to game number 5 and just absolutely pop off. We've seen a lot of ebb and flow in terms of momentum. It's like one team starts to find their rhythm on offense, they get a goal, maybe another one inside the space of a minute. But I don't think we've seen anything to this degree where both teams, where it's just like, oh, we feel like scoring 5 goals right now. Let's just go ahead and do that.
It was just a straight collapse from Northeastern. Literally, it was the exact same thing in game number 3, except at the 2-minute mark. This time in game number 5, 442, 413, 405, 351. Bang, 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 bang for CGM, and that just broke Northeastern.
Yeah, and again, with a lead so large, you know, we're counting down the comeback because you kind of felt like Northeastern could do it with all the pressure that they had, but it is really hard to come back from 5 goals, and they tacked on 1 more for 6, and the responses were coming for Northeastern, but it was just too much.
Too out of hand, way too early.
CGM are making themselves out to be real wild cards in this series. One of the things that I'm most impressed by them is just their ability to reset overall. Even if they lose a game in a pretty dominant fashion, and just like, okay, we can recuperate, we can bring this back, and then we see their offense explode again, but the inconsistency could be a problem. It's like, yeah, you're able to dig yourself out of these holes, but you're in those holes to begin with. And in single elimination format, sometimes that coin flip goes the other way, and you find yourself falling too far behind. Do you think they're going to be able to shore this up going forward?
You know, Edouard Montpetit, they said they wanted to focus on comms, and that was actually really what ended up beating Northeastern. Northeastern's comms, in a few situations, really got taken advantage of. So as far as I'm concerned, the game plan they had coming in paid off. And in terms of what they have to fix, it's literally just the speed of the challenges. If they up those, I don't see there's any reason they can't beat a team like Wentworth or Penn State or somebody else. It's just speed at that point.
They keep playing the game, they might be able to get their opportunity to do exactly that. CGM proving to be an interesting team. I would like to see how they play against a team like Rowan University or something like that, where it's just like, can you deal with the overall speed and momentum? CGM, for me, Kromsky was a standout player.
He always has been so far.
But Shillian, Hero Darkness definitely showed up. Also on defense, I definitely think that they did improve in terms of bouncing the ball off the back line, getting things out towards center. Northeastern's plan definitely seemed to be like, just keep the ball on that side of the field. We'll worry about the rest later. It's like, just keep them from getting on the offensive side at all, and we'll get those shots. Really solid play from them to be able to break through that and find a way through. Let's take a look at the bracket. CGM managed to move forward in game number 5 again, taking down Northeastern.
And they're on the same side as Wentworth, Worcester, and Rensselaer. And out of those 3 teams, probably Wentworth the most dangerous, as we did see them last season. They went 6-1. So can they go through another top-level team? I mean, they had to go through James Madison, top of the qualifiers. They went through Northeastern towards the top of the Eastern Conference. Can you take down somebody that was at the top of the conference?
Yeah, and confidence really only from Wentworth at this point. Like you said, 6-1 from last season. So I'm excited to see this matchup because, again, after this one, you see Rensselaer farther on in the bracket.
They've
and
improved a lot.
You really get to play against the team in Montpetit that I think a lot of these teams haven't really seen before, or haven't really played against, at least at this level, and they've been going to Game 5 after Game 5 in some thrilling fashion. But you said it, the communication and adapting to your opponent. And Montpetit have done it twice now here against JMU and Northeastern. So you come in with a game plan, but when they adapt to it, how do you respond is the question for anyone who plays the Lynx.
Versatility definitely seems to define this team. Let's see how accurate you guys were on the Twitch polls. I definitely gonna understand why you didn't voted for Northeastern, but CGM proven to be the wily underdogs that I knew that they would be capable of. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Use hashtag CRL19. Let us know what you think about these crazy Game 5 barn burners. We can read your questions. Maybe I can butcher your name. You never know. We're gonna take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more action ahead.